Neither one of you guys are on this. You're not on this.
Push it.
Yeah, she said, Daddy, it doesn't take off.
Can't ride shit. Yeah, go ahead. You look awesome. Ah!
Where'd it go?
Wow, that's just freaking out here.
Go through the grass too. Oh, he can't even do it. Like we go through that grass, you gotta hold that shit. Pop that motherfucker. There it goes.
Hey, welcome to the E-Nation YouTube channel. The video you just saw was from 9 years ago on 4th of July. It was 2014. Just a little fun video of like my first time ever riding a. It wasn't a motorcycle, but it was like a mini bike, mini motorcycle. Looking at that video now, I'm like, that thing is slow. I have a motorcycle now. It's not too quick. It's a Benelli 302. It's like a very like beginner bike. But even that thing goes way quicker than that little mini bike does. But I guess it's for the best, considering me and my friends, you weren't wearing a helmet when we were riding that thing around, and we were riding in the grass. So it was kind of a good thing that it wasn't too quick. Today, got a fun little video. This is basically just a 4th of July special. We're basically going to say, it's 4th of July, we're going to simp for the U.S. a little bit. Can't see it, I got the only shirt I own that it's got like blue. It's got the American flag on it. It's the only shirt I own like that. So we're gonna go ahead and simp a little bit. It's basically the birthday of the country. It's someone's birthday. You don't talk crap about them. You kind of focus on the positives. So we're just gonna go through a few things that I like about living in the U.S. I was just recently in Canada because I have dual citizenship. I was born in Canada, but I have American citizenship because my father was American. And I was just in Canada visiting my family in Canada because of the funeral and everything. And we were small talking, and they were asking me questions about, can I live in Canada? Can I live in the U.S.? Where can I live? How does it work when I cross the border? And I was explaining it to them. Then at the end, because they were asking if I could live in the Canada or whatever. At the end of it, I'm like, no offense, but I would never move to Canada compared to the U.S. I love living in the U.S. Of course, someone got offended, but it ain't my fault that the U.S. is awesome and Canada's kind of whack in comparison. No offense, that's just my opinion. So I'm going to go through a few things that I like about the U.S. Even living in New York State, one thing that I like about the U.S. is like how the ease of access to buying like a gun for protection. And I was going to show a couple that I bought during COVID. Back then in New York State, they actually had outdoor ranges. We don't have them anymore, but back then we had outdoor ranges, and there's a couple of guns I bought. And even when everything was locked down, we would go to the range and we would shoot for hours. I'll show the big one. I'll show the big one first. This is Maverick 88 Mossberg is what this is. I was very new, so I bought a barrel longer than I had to. I bought a 28-inch barrel. If I'd go back, I'd buy an 18-inch barrel, because these are inexpensive weapons, but to swap the barrel out would be, a good like $300. It's not really worth it, especially considering I don't get to shoot it anymore because the range is down. So, but yep, it's unloaded. Of course, both weapons I'm going to show are unloaded. You can see completely empty. There's nothing in it. Nothing in the weapon. Safety's on. It's black, which means safe. It's black here, which means the safety's on. You couldn't pull the trigger if you wanted to. When you pop it the other way, it goes red. Then you know it's live. But also you need to have ammo in there. There's no ammo in this. So cocking it, not cocking anything. There's nothing in the barrel. Just to repeat it again. But great weapon, a lot of fun, and great for personal defense. You can put buckshot in it. Shooting a buckshot, most people don't know this who don't know about guns, but shooting a buckshot is like shooting someone with 9 bullets at once. Very, very, you hit someone with that, ooh, you don't even really need to hit someone. In my thought process, if someone's in your home and you shoot them with a shotgun, you don't even need to kill them. You don't need to kill them like that. I'm just gonna rip them apart. You can really just, you don't have to kill them at all. I really believe that if you hit someone with, and I would feel free in the comments to correct me, but I feel like if you shoot someone with, you know, rubber bullets from one of these, or you shoot someone with birdshot, which is a lot smaller, it's less lethal. If you shoot someone with that, I don't think they're going to get up, or they're going to crawl out, because it's just so powerful. It's really going to hurt them. Like, I would never want to get hit with this. Even with like a beanbag, I wouldn't want to get hit with this. It's less lethal. It can still kill you if it hits you right, especially if it hits you in the head, or then knock your neck sideways or something. Ooh, we don't want to get hit with this. But I love having this thing. I love shooting it. I would love to find some ranges that I would have the ability to go to. My other one that I bought, just a little one, is a 22 Henry rifle. Nice and cheap, very fun. I've had to put more than 1,000 rounds through this, and I was able to just walk into a store and get. They did the back, and this is in New York State, which is considered, you know, a more difficult place to get something. I got this. I walked in, bought it for $300, and I shot this baby. Oh, once again, like I said, completely unloaded, no ammo in there, nothing in, completely unloaded. I leave my guns unloaded when I'm in the house usually. But and like locked up, you know, for safety reasons. So you don't want to accidentally fire or anything like that. But yeah, love this thing. If I had a kid, if I had a son, I would probably I'd teach him everything about gun safety first. But I'd probably give him this gun. I'd let him shoot it, because it's just so much fun. And I'm grateful to live in a country that I can have this. It's great. Love it. Other great things about living in the U.S. I have another prop here. I'll show the one on the wall first. That's right, muscle cars. I love them. You can see my other one here as well. Muscle cars, American muscle. This is a Dodge Challenger, and that's a Dodge Challenger on the wall. But yeah, I absolutely love them. That's one great thing to come to the world through the U.S. is muscle cars. They're absolutely awesome. I have another one here, Ford Mustang. I leave these on my desk to remind me, like, of, you know, something that makes working a job actually worth it, is being able to buy stuff like this. I've wanted one for 7 years. Now that my car's been totaled, I've actually been looking into getting a Dodge Challenger, because I would love to ride one around. Yeah, some people consider them a waste of money. Maybe they have a point, maybe they are a waste of money, but they're awesome. They make life worth living. And what's awesome about them, they're louder, bigger. You can customize them. They're stylish. Everybody likes, well, a lot of people like the way they look, including me. Love the way they look. They look strong. They're literally called muscle cars. And I'm grateful to live in a place where I have the opportunity to even get one. Like, I'm very grateful to even be able to get a cool car like that, instead of having to drive a sedan or a crappy, boring car for the rest of my life. What other things? I just thought of this off the top of my head. I am definitely doing this video off the cuff. I grabbed a couple things to show, but off the cuff, I'm thinking about, like, NBA. Another great thing out of the U.S. is the NBA league that they invented years ago. It's just exploded. It's absolutely awesome to watch, fun to watch. It's fun to play. Like, there's a lot of fun games that have come out of the U.S. and basketball is one of them. That's one thing I like. Take a little drink. Which leads me into the next awesome thing about the U.S. Pepsi products. I got Pepsi here. I got zebra cakes, and I had a pork steak that I got from Tops for $3 from Tops. I cooked it up. I put it in some like Jamaican sauce. Absolutely delicious and cheap. And that would definitely be another great thing about the U.S. is the cheap food. Like, we're doing positives today, so we're gonna, you know, some people say this is negative. Oh, food's so cheap, everybody gets overweight. All right, well, it's positive day, so I'm gonna go the other way with it. I'm gonna say, food is cheap. It's easy to survive in this country. You can survive on very little money. Like, you can rent, like in the area I live, and a lot of people talk about the negatives of buying a house, doing this and that. But if you look at it from the other end, if you're a single person, single adult, working adult, it's very easy to survive in this country, and like to have what you need or more than enough to survive and enjoy life. It's not that hard, and things like this are a great example. Like, there's so many food options, like is it sushi, pizza, wings, like Italian food, Indian food, like Not every country has this. Welcome to the first world, man. Our problem is we don't know where to eat. First world problems. We don't know where to eat, and we don't know where to put all our stuff. It's absolutely great. I love it. Another positive of living in the U.S. is, yeah, I'm just gonna say the positives. I would say it's like being, you know, feeling relatively safe. You know, I've lived in a city that's considered more dangerous. I've never been robbed at gunpoint. I've never seen anyone pull a gun on me. I've never seen like these. I've heard of them, these levels of violence, but it's very rare you're going to actually witness this stuff unless you're, you know, not saying not blaming every person who's ever dealt with this, but in general, it's pretty rare for someone not to end up in some mischief if they weren't looking for it. Obviously, sometimes it happens, or, you know, wrong place, wrong time, but it's not like, you know, it's not like everybody's afraid to go out at night. It's not like everybody, it's relatively safe. And I'm grateful for the level, you know, it's all relative. Because there's I've heard of other countries where you can't go out at night. So I'm grateful for the level of safety that we have. And that, yeah, because a lot of people work, you know, they don't get the recognition, but a lot of people work very hard to keep it at that level of safety. And it takes a good amount of teamwork between all of us to be, you know, for every person who's doing the wrong thing, there's people who actively choose to do the right thing, who take personal responsibility to keep things safer. And what I mean by that is, you know, not robbing people, not committing crimes. Obviously, you're not supposed to do, but it's nice to live in a country where it's just not too rampant. What else? I would say, going off the first world thing, like I said, yeah, like the joke I said, we don't know where to keep all our stuff. It's funny. What else? I'm grateful for, you know, the job opportunities we have in the U.S. Absolutely great. So many different jobs you can apply for. You know, a lot of people get bogged down. They end up going for things that don't even, you know, are bad. Like, they go for jobs that don't even make sense because there's just so many options that people will choose things that there actually isn't a demand for. But I'm grateful for how many opportunities there actually are. There's always something to fall back on. And like I said, you can survive off a lot of these jobs. What else would I say? Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Speaking of the first world thing, I'm grateful for having nice roads. You know, driving through, no offense, but driving through poorer countries, I won't say the country because I don't want to annoy anybody, but driving through poorer countries, you really see how much work it goes into just maintaining roads, keeping things livable, and like not, so you're not like on this super bumpy road that's like dirt, and like that, you know, having like, yeah, it's just nice how they architect cities. It's very nice compared to some other countries. It's a great place to live. But yeah, feel free in the comments to say anything you like about the US, any positives you have, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good 4th of July.